Hey guys, it's Vornskyr here. Today we're back in Star Citizen and we're going to be taking a look at the P52 Merlin because for the next week this ship is available to fly for free. So if you don't know what this ship is, it's now the cheapest ship in the game to purchase, given that it's only $20. It's also kind of the least versatile in one way or another. It's basically a small snub-fighter. It's designed to be transported around the galaxy by other ships, so it doesn't have its own jump drive, which does kind of limit its capabilities. But it should be a decent little fighter. It's supposed to be pretty fast as well, really maneuverable. I mean, the original design for this ship was that it would come alongside I think one of the constellations, or maybe all of them, I'm not really sure. Where is it? There it is. So this is it here. You can see it's got 3 weapons on it. Those being a size 2 Gatling, as well as 2 size 1 lasers. So it's fairly decent armaments. We'll see how that goes in a little bit of Vanduul Swarm. But I think what we'll do first is just go into Freeflight and kind of get used to the flying characteristics and all that. I've never flown this ship before, so this could be kind of interesting. So let's just quickly load into Freeflight. Okay, cool. So we are in Broken Moon Freeflight. It's kind of interesting looking cockpit. Obviously, I do have the problem of the big helmet being in the way, so I can't really look around too well, although I can poke my head out of the helmet. But yeah, that's pretty cool. That kind of HUD display right up front may get in the way a little bit. It looks like it takes up a lot of room. You can also see the nose of the ship out front, which is kind of cool. So there's our lasers firing. You can actually see them animating a little bit there. And then there's the Gatling down the front. Very cool. Now this doesn't have any missiles. I'm assuming it has countermeasures. Maybe. Maybe not. It doesn't seem to be firing anything, so maybe it doesn't have countermeasures. That's interesting. Alright, well anyway. Let's start moving around. So you can see we're up at 240 meters per second. Decent speed. The roll rate isn't crazy, but it certainly does roll around a bit. It does seem to have that kind of juddering effect. I'm not sure what causes that. It's something that was really annoying with the Avenger as well. I'm not sure if that's a bug or if it's some sort of deliberate physics thing. Anyway, notice it's got a lot of engine noise as well. And geez, it's sliding a fair bit too. Carries a lot of momentum around, probably because of how fast it is. Let's give it a bit of boost. Those engine noises are pretty cool. But, it's definitely a fast ship, going at 240 meters per second now. And look at the little G-force readout by the looks of it. In the bottom left of the HUD. So yeah, you're going to have to be careful flying this thing around. It's going to be easy to black out or red out. Can't really hear the voice of the computer, unlike some of the other ships, but it is there. It could be the engine noise is so loud that it's drowning it out a little bit. Anyway, let's have a look at the exterior of the ship. We'll go into this camera mode that I always like using. It's a pretty cool looking ship. It's kind of an interesting design. Let's see, it's got that kind of circular area, which I think is actually... Is it see-through? I'm not really sure. Yeah, it is. You can kind of see the asteroids through it, so... It's not see-through, it's actually just... got a big gap in that kind of part of the fuselage or whatever it is. Those guns look really big as well. It's obviously a fairly small ship. So it's kind of an interesting design. Look how far back you sit as well. Look how much nose is in front of you. I think if you're trying to do some precision flying or something, that could get you into trouble. You might end up bumping into things if you're not careful. Still, it's pretty cool. Let's see what the boost looks like. It's pretty cool. So I'm guessing that's because it's at full thrust. Yeah, so it closes down once it's at full thrust, I suppose. I love those animations and everything. Let's zoom out a little bit. I'm not sure where that cannon is actually mounted. Oh, okay, there it is, right there. That's pretty cool. I love how you can see that. You can see the barrel spinning as well. Zoom in a little bit. It's always cool being able to see all the things like moving around mechanically, animating and all that. So you can't actually see it boosting really. I mean, it obviously is boosting, but you can't really see it. Unlike some of the other ships where the thrusters will animate a little bit differently to see it boost and all that. But still, it's all pretty cool. Alright, so we've got a bit of a hang of it, of how it flies in Freeflight. So let's take it into Vanduul's Swarm. And we'll see how it does against just the few first waves, I think. I don't want to spend a crazy amount of time doing Vanduul's Swarm. And one thing I will mention as well is not really related to this ship, but if you haven't played Star Citizen in a while and you haven't logged into the launcher or anything like that, you may have a launcher update. And for me, that also involved re-downloading the whole game, which is about 25 gigabytes. So just be aware of that. I mean, it caught me by surprise a little bit. I wasn't expecting to have to re-download the whole thing. I'm not sure if I actually had to re-download the whole game, but it didn't really give me much of a choice. Even when I was using the same directory as the game was already in, it wanted to re-download the whole thing anyway. So if you're on limited internet bandwidth or something like that, there's something you have to be careful of. But anyway, let's get this Vanduul Swarm loaded up.
Warning, there are multiple hostiles inbound.
Okay, let's go. Lag. Oh, that's really laggy. Okay, so I like how you see the enemy down in the bottom right. The whole UI or HUD seems to be a bit different, which is pretty cool. I'm not really paying much attention at the moment though. So I've got no idea how much damage this ship can actually take. I have a feeling it's not going to be a lot, but who knows. And of course, once the enemies start using missiles, I may find myself in a fair bit of trouble, given that I don't seem to have any countermeasures. And I am finding this, the kind of viewing layout of the cockpit is taking a little bit of getting used to. I guess part of that is because of how long the nose is, like you can actually see the nose in front of you, but it kind of seems like basically the bottom half of your view is almost completely obstructed. I guess part of that's because of the seating position, part of it is probably also TrackIR or whatever, or the helmet not working properly. I mean, I suppose if I sat up a bit higher. Yeah, so I suppose if we ever get adjustable seating positions or something like that, that would probably become a bit of a known problem. Although I think when I sat my head up like that, I was actually poking my head out the top of the cockpit, so whatever. And yeah, definitely have to be careful of redding out. There we go, got another one. Where's the last one? There he is. Of course, there's no missiles on this, so you can't use that as the easy sort of kill if you get stuck on an enemy. You can't just lock a couple of missiles on him and take him out, unfortunately. It's always a bit of a crutch for me. Right. Let me just reset TrackIR, see if that helps any. Maybe a little bit. Alright. Got 5 coming in on wave 2. Damn. So yeah, you do kind of find yourself in a position where you might be shooting at an enemy, and you're doing it entirely based on the UI sort of prompts, like the reticle and everything, without even being able to see the enemy. Just because of how much room the display and the nose of the ship takes up. Which is kind of what's going on at the moment. Not that I'm hitting anything, but... He made that easy. Okay, let's go after one of these guys. Oh, he's a fair way away. I'm not sure if I've even been hit yet. I guess, being a smaller ship, this may be a fair bit more difficult to target, but it's kind of hard to tell, because with these early waves, the accuracy is not fantastic. It is definitely a maneuverable ship. Just have to be careful of the inertia. If you don't really want to go flying into an asteroid. My aim is so bad as well. You can tell it's been a while since I've played this. I mean, the last video that I did wasn't that long ago, but I haven't played much Arena Commander lately. I'm really struggling to get shots on this guy. And he is 500 meters out. Come on. Looks like my wingman is helping me out as well. Not sure if that's Warlord or Vixen. And so my lasers may be overheating a little bit. I'm not quite sure actually. I haven't been looking at that part of the HUD. You see the bottom left next to the radar. You can see the weapons readout. So it is one of those things with this ship as well. The HUD is kind of completely different to what we're used to with some of the other ships, which is kind of cool. I mean, that's always the idea of the HUDs in this game. Like, you'll have to get used to each one. So I do like that, but at the same time, it's going to bring in a little bit of its own complications if you jump between ships a lot. Why can't I not hit this guy? There we go, a little bit of damage. A fair way away now. Just a little bit more. One thing I need to check as well is if these weapons are gimbaled or not. Because I haven't really been looking at that at all. Let's see. If I move my head over here. No, I'd say that they're all fixed. It's kind of hard to tell just doing it like that, but if I had to guess, I'd say they're all fixed weapons. Which is good, because I'm very bad at aiming with my head in this game. Aiming the gimbals with my head movements with TrackIR. So it does seem to be able to fire for a while without running out of energy or anything like that. And they're not the most powerful weapons going around, but they do the job. As long as you're accurate enough. Okay, looks like we've got a couple left. That explosion looked really bad. Don't know what was up with that. Some graphical glitch or something, I guess. I haven't been paying that much attention to all that sort of thing, but I have noticed that a lot of the lighting effects seem to be way off. I don't know what's going on there. It may need to be a reload the game or something. And my Gatling is now out of ammo, by the way, which is why I'm not using that. Of course, that's the good thing about having a mix of, you know, laser weapons or energy weapons and weapons that need ammunition. If one runs out, you still have the others. Okay, he's down. Is there one left? Yes, there is. So we'll finish off this wave and we'll leave it at that, I think. So this guy is a fair way away. So both of my wingmen are still up as well. Not that that matters all too much, they're not particularly useful. Alright, so let's close in on this guy. We are approaching him pretty quickly. Did he just kill himself? No, okay. Looks like he's already taken a fair bit of damage. Unless my eyes are playing tricks on me. The problem is once they've lost their wings, they are... Who just shot me? Once they lose their wings, they get a lot harder to hit. Because their ship gets a lot smaller. I don't even know if he's powered at the moment or if he's just a cockpit that's kind of flying around in space. There we go, he's dead. Oh, there we go. That's the Merlin. Let's back out to the menu, shall we? So yeah, that seems like a fairly decent little fighter. The question is it worth buying? I mean, given that it's $20, that's half the price of an Aurora, I believe, or 2000 rec if you want to just try it out. I don't know. It's one of those ones where if you have a ship that can carry it around, then it's definitely useful. But I think if you have a ship that carries it around, I think you already have it. I might be wrong about that. I know that some of the Constellation variants came with the Merlin, but I'm not sure if that was only like the Phoenix or if it was all of them. I really can't remember. Obviously, if you own those ships, you probably already know the answer to that. But yeah, I don't know. Buying it as a standalone ship, I mean, it does come with a hangar and 3 months of insurance, according to the sale page. But I'm not sure. It seems to be one of those ones where if you don't have a ship that can transport it around, it's really not worth buying, given that you'll just be stuck kind of cruising around the same system. Unless maybe you'd be able to get somebody to shuttle it around for you, but I don't know. For me, this is definitely one of the ones that you buy in-game rather than spending your own money on and buying it now. But of course, your preferences may vary and all that good stuff. But yeah, it seems like a decent ship. It's definitely maneuverable. I don't know how it'll go in races, but it seems fast enough and maneuverable enough that it probably would be able to compete with the 350R, maybe the M50 as well. I mean, I've never been particularly good at the racing in this game, so I'm not the best person to judge that, but yeah, all in all, it seems like a good ship. So definitely, if you've got the time and you've got the game downloaded, jump in, check it out. It's free to fly for the next week, so you don't have anything to lose. Look at that sexy freelancer. I want to be able to fly this soon. Soon by pretty soon. But yeah, anyway, so that is the Merlin. So I think I'll end this one here. So until next time, I've been Vornskyr. I hope you enjoyed the video, and thanks for watching.